let's get this out of the way. I'm slowly becoming commentary. I'm slowly becoming a commentary channel. Mostly because I have like a really good monotone voice. AKA I'm boring. Alright. Y'all know this game? Actually, I only wanted to talk about this because no one else is talking about it. And I was like, hey, why don't I do my part and talk about it? Alright, let's get this out of the way. Now, what is this AI Dungeon shenanigans? Well, I'll go into it real quick. AI Dungeon is a free-to-play single-player and multiplayer text-adventure game which uses artificial intelligence, if you couldn't tell, you freaking walnut, to generate content. It also allows players to create and share their own custom adventure settings. The game's first version was made available on Collab in May 2019. The second version, initially called AI Dungeon 2, was released online and for iOS and Android in December 2019. The AI model was then upgraded in July 2020. And of course, they had like other content stuff, so like multiplayer, which I never used because I'm antisocial. AI Dungeon also features a multiplayer mode, whereby different people each have a dedicated character and can take turns interacting with the AI within the same game session. It supports both online play across multiple devices or the local passive play style using a shared device. There were pre-built scenarios that official AI Dungeon team make, and some of them are free, of course, like, for example, Kidar, I don't know how to say them, and Kringle, and the others had to be paid. You could basically wait a month, or, buy some dragon scales, I believe that's what they're called, because it wouldn't be a mobile game without microtransactions. Of course, there were user-generated content like a scenario generator, revolution simulator. Yeah, sure, in a fucking whole RPG in there. Don't remember what it's called, but I never got it to work. The name says it all. It was all made by people and stuff. Stories all made by them. There's nothing really to talk about. But if you know how commentary goes, there's of course something about it to talk about. That doesn't mean it's bad, does it? Sure, the AI could be messy, but that doesn't make... Oh no. I think we need a little bit of context for that. On Tuesday, Latitude posted a long blog explaining the update in an attempt to assuage the community's biggest concern. The developer said that the test had unintentional imperfections, writing, while this test has largely only prevented the AI from generating sexual content involving minors. Because of these technical limitations, it had sometimes prevented the generation of content that wasn't intended to. Even when there clearly isn't any, AI Dungeon allows for unlimited roleplay and storytelling possibilities, and Latitude supports other not safe for work material, including boxing, violence, and swearing. You know what Latitude says about privacy? Yeah, fuck it. We don't know what privacy is. What does that mean? Oh, that means we get to look through your freaking stories, personal stories, lewd stories. They'll literally read it. Holy shit. Some players feel alarmed when their private fiction with adult themes could be subject to moderation and read by another person from the development team, which is like, what the fuck? You can't just do that. It's like a breach of privacy or something like that. I don't know the law. I'm a 14-year-old. This has users worried about their security and privacy, especially if they submitted vulnerable or personal information to the AI, like their name, where they live and shit, that's no good. For now, the test system is still in place, and it fucked up the AI to the point that the Dragon model, the Dragon model, which like the most powerful AI there is, doesn't even work that well, and it's coming from personal experience. But we could get into that a bit more later. But let's check out how the community responded to it. It's bad. Yeah, they don't like how they're handling the moderation. So apparently there's a subreddit about AI Dungeon, which I never knew existed. So let's check it out. Of course, the subreddit has been so lively today. The AI Dungeon subreddit is so lively. Like, people are talking about other stuff and shit. Like, Latitude censors getting ridiculous. Creates the most oppressive filter in existence. China. Noted. I just saw that. It sounds like Latitude is moving on Curious if you even check this anymore, but is Latitude still working on his next project that is working alongside AI Dungeon, or has the community ruined any chance of that? About half of the Latitude is focused on our next project. We have a lot of cool things that we're excited to share over the several months. I couldn't talk there because my mouth is dry and I don't know what's going on. But basically, they said, "Oh, you know the situation going on here, where like all the child things are going on. Yeah, let's move on. Sweep it under the rug. Oopsies. We're sorry. Let's just move on. It's evolving, just backwards." Yeah, thank you, PewDiePie. Very cool. Okay, look, good example of what I'm talking about. Like, oh, the AI did some stuff that was unintentional. Okay, look, child's eyes. Well, hold up. Child's eyes. Well, I suppose you could go say that. I am a monster. You answer with a smile, and she gives you another one of her looks before speaking again. You're not a monster, but you have the potential to be one if you don't change your ways, she says, and begins to walk away from you. What was that all about? You guys can try to figure out what exactly is going on here. Nothing, just thought we you know what we should do? We should. What the fuck? Oh no! Okay, the AI can do it, but when other people do it, they get banned. And I believe since the AI typed this, it gets flagged. And then the person who had that prompt given to them gets banned. It's not. Oh my god. That is. Oh god. Ew, disgusting. Like, Latitude is sus. Chiclet killer. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, talking about irony. I'm not the only one who finds this suspicious, right? Look. Look what happened. This is a good example of what's going on. See? 1.8 reviews. Like, 3,000 turtle. This is from Google Play. But now, it's got a 4-star on the iOS app. Okay, AI Dungeon. 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars. It's only on this one. The other side, like, aka the actual Google Play Store, has a 1.8. Yeah, the community is kind of mad, which is reasonable because they're doing like really fucked up shit. It's weird. It's disgusting. Disgusting. It's disgusting, mate. Alright, well, you know, we're going to like, what the heck? We're just scrolling through and shit. I'll give you some examples of the community basically doing some terrible stuff. Okay, I'm ready. One of the first posts I saved was, to anyone who thinks that this is all a result of pressure from OpenAI. And apparently this is one of the workers, or I believe, I don't actually know who this one is, but basically they work with AI Dungeon. They straight up say, if it does, this is legit gonna kill the game. If it does, so be it. That's what it means to take a stand. Like, no one like this. Clown emoji. This guy's acting like a clown. I'll give him his clown I'm giving him his clown license. From one clown to another. Clown to clown communication. It's not good. Nothing is good right now. The community is on fire. AI Dungeon 2019 to 2020. Freedom, explore, privacy. AI Dungeon 2021. No more privacy. No more horses. No more melons. Banning. No more explore. They're kidifying the game. I mean, it's good to like keep children safe on the internet. But at the same time, you gotta think about other people. Like other people who aren't kids, like adults, teenagers. Don't think anyone notices, but holy shit. La Papaya. You know who this is? Actually, I don't think anyone really does. But basically, this is one of the biggest supporters. He's been like posting some like scenarios and shit for like, well, I don't actually remember the first time I actually got AI Dungeon, and he's taking a stand. It's to the point where AI Dungeon's like, it's to the point where AI Dungeon's biggest uploader of scenarios is taking a stand against them. That's how fucked up the scenario is. See, look, scenario. Holy shit, I think they deleted it. Not only on the featured scenarios, and there's no link to the scenario on my adventures on it. Holy shit, indeed. It could have been La Papaya, but at this point, it might surprise me in the slightest if Latitude did. Yeah, Latitude are deleting, like, scenarios from, like, oh, fuck you, Latitude. And it's like, alright, blocked, banned, 10 days, I don't care. sexual content. This is the reason. Thank God they uphold the law and order. I mean, people shouldn't have fantasies. They harm so many people. Thanks to them, the world's a better place. Yeah, COVID. Oh, COVID. What the heck? Gone. Reduced to atoms. Like, oh my God, the cure for cancer. Boom. It's all because of Latitude. Am I out of touch? No, it's community, and the users are wrong. This is a perfect summary of Latitude right now. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's no good. I was just memeing around, and I guess Latitude doesn't like the word A. The letter. It's supposed to be a letter, I believe. A. Uh-oh, this just weird. Hope they figure it out. The AI is shit right now, but I guess I could give it I'll give it the grain of salt. It doesn't know what to do there. It just says A. Like, then again, like, it's like a story out of it, like, a long time ago, and then etc. Oh God. Obviously, you meant to write a pet. Okay, look, I love how they went to do whatever you want. It's your story. Just don't publish extreme ones. We want happy, light stories. We record everything. You will read everything. You will not hide. You will play by our rules or die. AI Dungeon Community. What you got there? Latitude. New rules. Unaddressed security leaks. That's also something I didn't write down. There are security leaks about like stories and people. Ignore privacy rules and community guidelines. Yeah, since they're the creators, like, alright, fuck it, I don't care. Privacy? Ugh. Anyways, let's see that freaking fanfiction about you and a fucking dragon. And downgrade an AI quality storytelling. I can personally say that's true. Because I use the dragon and it's more. It's like terrible now. Latitude is deleting 1-star reviews. So I read that Latitude AI Dungeon is deleting 1-star reviews. So I checked mine and was indeed deleted. So I just made a new review, rated it as 1 because it's not worth it. It's not even worth a 2. And copy the review to paste it again when they delete it. I will check once in a while. Check your reviews and review it 1-star again. I use the Android and reviews deleted. Is there some law we could use against them? Deleting genuine reviews should be illegal. Latitude cannot delete user reviews. You can only flag and post them as violating some terms of service, and then Google review it and often days later. Yeah, basically I believe they report like terrible reviews. It's like, alright, that's bullying. Get the fuck out of here. And days later, it gets removed because Latitude is a really good company, apparently. The type of people who work at Latitude shit ass. And finally, the last post I have saved is a TLDR for people who just came back or don't know what's going on. Very simplified, official latest announcement here. Crappy pedo, currently filter gone wrong. Some violence, some harassment, and all non-consensual and safe work, bestiality, necrophilia, illegal activities, hateful content, stalking, or ignoring physical boundaries, committing terrorism, harmful misinformation, including anti-vax, gore, threatening behavior, and more will all get you banned. Even if you want to like, oh, I used my sword to cut him open, boom, banned, get the fuck out of here. Violence, you'll get banned real easily. I don't think there's like any warning, by the way. So it's like, oh, you did this. We'll give you a warning. Don't remember to do it. And I was like, nah, you get banned. Fuck you. Suspension system. Private stories included. Guilty until proven innocent. You get banned, and they'll only unban you if you're proven innocent. It's not innocent until proven guilty. It's the other way around. And that does not work. AI Dungeon outputs more content that gets you banned. The AI will get you banned. That one example earlier could get you banned because the AI did it. And we do not permit the use of our game as therapy alternative and proven the National Suicide Prevent Hotline. People write stories to like vent out and stuff, I believe. So since you're removing that, that's kind of fucked up. At least I believe. Lots of errors, like we don't know what the AI doesn't know what's going on, like, oh, something fucked up, and shit. The devs taking a stand, basically, or trademark, oops, I hope I don't copyright it. Basically, they say, nah, there's hose mad, the community's hose mad, anyways, let's go. Can you shut up? The AI downgraded. Of course, I already know this. I'm telling you over and over again. I'm sorry, but yeah, from personal experience, that is true. The security breach, the devs still don't address this, which I don't have much information about it. Which basically, I need to research more of that, huh? Someone talked about this. Alright. Secret chapter, AI data breach. Alright. As I understand it, less than a week ago, a vulnerability was reported which leaked the contents of hundreds of thousands of stories. Which, while it has been fixed, the fact remains that your stories are out there and clear for all to read should another one occur. There's at least 343,000 adventures in that one breach alone that are documented. Although the person who found the exploit could see them all back to December of 2019. I believe that's the start of that's when the beginning of AI Dungeon came out. Although the team fixed it, it was the first time it was reported. Although the team fixed it, it was the first time it was reported. The person who reported it tried it again. They found out they were able to utilize the exact same vulnerability again. This could be AI Dungeon's like, put a band-aid on a fucking, I don't know, gunshot wound. It's like, alright, we do. No. It's like a good example. Like putting a bandage on, I don't know, a decapitated limb. It's like, alright, we good. And then, well, yeah. For whatever reason, the original fix did not actually fix the issue. It took until the second report in order to get it fixed. I'm not an expert in this sort of thing, me neither. So I would look over it for yourself. If there's any issues, let me know and I'll correct my posting about this. However, it looks pretty bad security-wise. And then there's the edit. It is like, listen to this straight from that report by the person who found this vulnerability in regard to the new policy looking through people's stories and shit and flagging. It seems like a violation of user expectations and the resulting moderation of breach of privacy and trust. It is perhaps incredibly ironic coming to report about a data breach, but I feel like as a third party, has put more respect into your user data than the developers have. This just seems backwards. Although it might not mean much, I strongly urge the AI Dungeon to reconsider the policies going forward. That's quite scathing. I've modified the part where the fix was fixed. Say, huh? So one could say that the reason they're doing this stupid shit now is so they get save face from this breach. Someone posts illegal shit in that breach and they're trying to go, so we don't condone this? Why, Mr. FBI? Basically, all the stories in the AI Dungeon is out there on the internet, I believe. And the only reason you're doing this shit loud, like reading your stories and shit, is because of that one data breach. And that's kind of shit. They tried fixing it, and it did terribly, and then they had to fix it again. Private story leakage, same thing as a security breach, and then they read it. And apparently, unwanted subscriptions renewal, even if you delete your account. Not sure if this is true though. Yes, there is a report where someone canceled their subscription, and like days later, they got charged for that. But I believe it's like, I believe that's one of PayPal's like rule where it's like, if you cancel it like on a non-business day or something like that, it gets renewed again or something like that. I need to look for that. I need to look for that post again. Okay, so basically, I couldn't find the original post I was talking about, but here's the kind of same one. Okay, look at this image. What do you think about it? Yeah, it just looks normal, right? Right? Well, apparently, Latitude charged the Redditor $40 on the same week after I canceled a free trial. Fuck. Latitude charged the Redditor $40 on the same week after I canceled a free trial. Or Latitude charged them $40 on the same week after they canceled a free trial. Didn't even get a notification until the 10th one. Look, all the same week. They literally renewed the subscription and charged her $40 for canceling a free trial. That's terrible. I think it's illegal. Look, I canceled my subscription last month. Checked my subscription and saw that it was still active. Pretty legit, Latitude. Also, when I bought scales once once. They didn't send anything till I emailed them. But are not led. The bottom ones are not Latitude. Are they still charging you, or are they still charging you, or was it just that 1 week? Both bad. I'm just curious if some bug potentially caused a triple payment, or they're actively still trying to take your money. I'll probably link this in the copy pasta either way. No, I canceled it from PayPal after that. Well, that's good at least. This definitely seems shady though, to charge you multiple times after ending a free trial. I love how Latitude gives so little fucks about their own community that they're literally stealing money from them. This is literal theft, and there's just too much evidence. This is not the first post I've seen, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last. Look, do you live in America? If so, you might be protected under FTC provisions. The consumer thing quietly called it. Okay, basically, TLDR, AI Dungeon is a single-player game, text-based, where you can make fanfictions. They fucked up with, they have to moderate, like, people's stories and shit, and, they're doing it really terribly to the point where the community doesn't even want to play them anymore. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them for playing that stupid AI Dungeon game. Conclusion, yeah, it seems like Latitude kind of shot themselves in the fucking ball. This is bad, to the point where people are looking for new AI text-based games. Even their number one fan doesn't even support them. And plus, or not number one, to clarify, like, a big supporter. And plus, they kind of forgot how privacy works. And to be honest, I don't even know what else to say, except people have found out. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the AI was trained with pedophilia, which is fucked up. That's the reason why the AI sometimes makes, like, you know, terrible stuff to minors. Don't know what else to say. I'm very sorry for this. All I gotta say is, Latitude, she could go eat a fat giant. Hey guys, it's me, the random gamer. I'm not even uploading game videos anymore, or gameplay videos anymore. Oops. This is one of my first, like, things I actually want to talk about. I actually had this earlier on the last video, but I removed it because it was too long, and I didn't want to cover it over, like, that one video. It was gonna be like 30 minutes and shit, and it was gonna be no good. So I made a different video. So I made a separate video. I'll also, like, talk about, like, there's other AI dungeon things. There's other AI dungeon-esque games, like, I believe, there's a list of alternatives where I could go link it to you guys. Okay. And that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say. Have a great day. I'm sorry that you had to listen to me talk, like, over and over, even though my voice is really boring. I'm very sorry. And